What's going on, guys? It's your boy Vega, and today we're going to be talking about the top sneaker releases for the month of August. There is a lot of heat for the month of August, so get your wallets ready, boys and girls, because it is going to be a tough one for sure. As far as release dates, they are subject to change, so don't kill me in the comment section. I don't control all of that, you feel me? Now, as far as the video is concerned, I'm going to go ahead and start it off with some Jordan releases first, and then hit you with a sprinkle of the rest of the sneaker brands. With all of that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so the first sneaker that I want to talk about is the Nigel Sylvester Jordan 1 Lows Better with Time. These are set to be releasing on August 2nd for $165. These originally were supposed to release more in the fall time, but hey, we're getting them now before that, and they are definitely fire. I'm not going to say that they're not, but it is just a simple black and white pair of sneakers. Now, keep in mind there is a lot of details, and that's what makes the sneaker very special. Of course, we have a little Nike swoosh right there in the toe box section, which pretty much is Nigel's signature at this point. Sail type of midsole, sail type of Nike swoosh. Then we have some type of scratch effects throughout the leather as well, pretty much like if you like scuffed them up and all of that good stuff. Instead of the Nike Air branding in the tongue section, we have the word bike, which is a very nice little touch right there. Air Jordan branding in the back, and in the bottom sole we have some oxidation, almost kind of a vintage effect that looks pretty cool as well. Now, this sneaker is simple, black and white as I mentioned, but all of those details definitely make up for the sneaker. So I feel like I kind of want them, but there is so much heat dropping in this month that I don't know whether to kind of like pass on them or not, but I feel that they're definitely hot, and for those reasons I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a cop. Man, oh man, we finally have this sneaker dropping in the month of August, and I'm definitely excited. This is a banger for sure, and arguably the heavy hitter of the month, and that is the Jordan 4 Undefeated, set to be releasing on August 2nd, but there is also another release date floating around, and that is the August 28th release date as well. I feel what they're gonna go ahead and do is first release it on August 2nd in the Undefeated website, and then August 28th, a wider release in Nike and other sneaker boutiques, etc. I think that's what's gonna happen, but we don't have those details just yet. So keep in mind those release dates are there. The price is gonna be $225, and the sneaker is just beautiful. A grail for a lot of people, a unicorn for a lot of people, an olive green sneaker that looks very good. Some people don't like the shade for 2025, but I don't mind it at all. I think it looks very clean. Sail midsole, orange Jumpman logo, and orange details, of course. Now, there is two versions floating around, one with the Nike Air branding, and then the other one with the Jumpman logo. Both versions are gonna release, but again, we don't have those specific details just yet. Now, I think what they should have done was maybe release a left shoe with the Nike Air branding, a right shoe with the Jumpman logo, and call that the 2025 version. But hey, I'm not in the marketing department, but hey, Jordan brand, if you want to hire a boy, I have a lot of ideas, etc. But yeah, let me know. But the sneaker looks very clean for sure, and it's not a surprise. I'm very excited for them, and for those reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a cop. Bro, Jordan brand is not playing games in the month of August, and now we have one of those models that some people love, some people don't, but I feel it looks pretty clean, and that is the Jordan 10 in the steel colorway, set to be releasing on August 2nd for $215. Very clean sneaker for sure, one of those that highlight the comeback of Jordan the second time around. But either way, we have the sneaker right here, and it's predominantly white in this kind of grainy type of leather. Black upper, we have a nice little pull tab, Jumpman logo in the back, and then the star of the show for this sneaker model right here has always been the actual accomplishments in the bottom sole. I think that looks very clean, and those actually are till that time frame, of course, so you're not gonna see like extra championships, etc. I feel the sneaker looks very clean for sure, but at the same time, again, there is so much heat dropping this month that you kind of need to be selective. Unless you got it like that, then congrats, you feel me? But I'm gonna go ahead and be selective myself. The sneaker is also very good to play ball in. I have actually played on these in the past, and they're definitely good as well. But again, so much heat dropping, we got to keep it moving. So because of those reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a pass. The next sneaker that I want to talk about, it's an actual re-release for the Air Jordan 40, set to be releasing on August 9th for $205. If you missed your chance on getting them in July, now is your chance on getting them at least for retail, you know, because at the end of the day, you can get whatever you want, especially if you have that moolah, you feel me? But either way, at the end of the day, man, I feel that the sneaker looks pretty decent. It's nothing crazy, nothing like super fire that you need to spend all of your money on. I feel that Jordan could have done a little bit more, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on this sneaker because we have a lot to talk about and we already seen this design. You probably know what I'm going to say by the tone of my voice. For me, this is a pass. Man, if you were to tell me that this was Jordan's and Levi's collab for 2025, I would believe you because they look very, very good and they look like a Levi's collab for sure. But this is the Jordan 4 Denim in the warm blue colorway, set to be releasing on August 9th for $215. It is also a woman exclusive, which I don't understand why, because men can also rock this as well. But either way, the sneaker looks very clean. Like, imagine you have a little red Levi's tab somewhere in the side right there. They would sell out for sure. And the fact that this is not an official Levi's collab blows my mind because they look like a Levi's collab. That bottom gum sole is also a nice little touch. The different panels of denim also look very clean as well. Nice contrast for sure. I want them. I'm not gonna lie. I want them. But I feel that if I get them, I'm not gonna wear them as much either. So that's kind of the problem with them as well. So, man, this is a tough one. Unfortunately, man, I gotta keep it moving. Like, there's more sneakers to talk about. So for me, this is a pass. Up next, we have the Jordan 12 in the French blue colorway, set to be releasing on August 16th for $200. And OGs are gonna be happy to see this one back. And I don't blame them because they're clean. This is actually the 2016 version and it still looks as clean as when I got them. I actually worn them not too long ago, which leads me to say, if you have these right here from 2016, you maybe don't gotta get these right here. Like, you don't have to go out of your way to get another pair. It is definitely a fire sneaker to get, one that kind of like goes along with the Jordan 12 flu games among those top 3, top 5 Jordan 12s of all time. Of course, we have that nice white leather upper, that nice French blue in the bottom portion right there that looks kind of like navy, Jumpman midsection right there in gray, and then in the back we have that classic iconic pull tab that has the Jumpman logo and it says Jordan right there, and it also says quality inspired by the greatest player ever. 23 in the bottom section in red, of course, and again, they're just classic, clean, iconic, etc. All the above, you feel me? So if you don't have a pair, get one for sure. Me, I already have that one from 2016. It is in good conditions, so for those reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a pass. Up next, we have a pretty limited release, and that is the Awake NY and Jordan brand for the Jordan 5 Arctic Pink colorway, set to be releasing on August 16th for $210. It is a pretty decent colorway. I'm not gonna go out of my way to get them. I just want to say that right off the bat, but I respect them. There are only gonna be 7,000 pair of these, so again, pretty limited, and they're also gonna be numbered inside the tongue as well. They're pretty much paying homage to the Jordan 5 Fire Red. That's why the midsole looks familiar, the tongue looks familiar, the liner looks familiar, because it is pretty much a Jordan 5 Fire Red, but in pink with some nice details. We have the NY logo right there in the back quarter panel. We have a pretty big A right there in the midsection right there. The actual tongue itself as well is pretty different. It has the Awaken NY logo, Nike Air branding in the back, and of course, icy soles. But again, I'm not gonna go out of my way to get them. They're gonna be impossible to get. If I get them, honestly, it's gonna be for like resale purposes. Nothing else. I don't really see myself rocking them. I don't have that killer cam swag. Your boy has swag, but not that killer cam swag, you feel me? But because of those reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a pass. It's been 10 years since the last time that these sneakers right here released, and they might also be the heavy hitter of the month, and that is the Jordan 1 Shatter Backboards, set to be releasing on August 23rd for $185. I'm gonna get the phrase out of the way that was basically famous starting in 2015. Is it shatter backboard quality? This is the sneaker that started it all. The one that basically everybody became an actual like leather expert just by these right here. The sneaker is fire, man. It's orange, black, white. I mean, it is very different than what we were accustomed to back in 2015, but I feel that this release might be just a little bit too late. I actually have the reverse shatter backboards and those look very clean, man. So for me to get another pair that it's orange and black is something that I don't see myself doing, but at the same time I like them a lot. And in the beginning of the year I was like, you know, I need these in my life, but again, August has so many releases and at the same time I have the reverse shatter backboards. So I don't know, I feel that these might sell out, but resale is not going to be crazy. That's just my opinion. So at the end of the day, if you want them, if you missed your chance in getting them, if you don't have any reverse shatter backboards or shatter backboards 3.0s, then you got to get the OGs for sure. For me, for the time being, for right now, it's going to be a pass. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the second colorway by Awake NY, and that is the Awake NY Jordan 5s in the Razor Blue colorway, set to be releasing on August 30th for $210. These are pretty fire, man. These remind me a little bit of like a PE type of colorway, one that, you know, maybe was worn by some Duke players back in the day, but it looks very clean. Same type of details for the most part by Awake NY, which pretty much has the NY in the back quarter panel. It has the big ass A right there in the midsection right there. I also like the white stitching throughout the whole sneaker. I thought that was a nice little touch, and also the nice icy blue soles. Again, these remind me of a PE and I like them a lot, man. I like them more than the pink colorway. Hype aside, right? Like, forget about the 7,000 pairs that the pink has. Like, which one you like better, the pink or the black one? I feel the black ones look very, very fuego, and I feel like I'm gonna go for them for sure, man. I can see myself rocking them and it would be a nice addition to my collection. So because of those reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a cop. Alright, so in this portion of the video, I'm going to go ahead and talk about other sneaker releases other than Jordan Brand. So the first one that I want to talk about is the Terror Squad Nike Air Force One, set to be releasing on August 1st for $150. Pretty clean colorway. The first time that we saw these was back in 2023. Fat Joe was rocking them in the BET Awards, and there was a little bit of a buzz going on. People were not going crazy for them, but people noticed them for sure. You see, when it comes down to Nike and Terror Squad, you've probably seen some releases before, but it's more like family and friends type of releases, not for the general public. So the fact that Nike is going to go ahead and release these in 2025 lets you know that they're not playing around. They're going back to the vault and they're getting designs that were exclusive to like rappers, etc. And now we're getting them. So yeah, they're not playing around. But the sneaker itself is predominantly in red and white, candy cane type of vibes. TS in the quarter panel right there. That pretty much highlights the Terror Squad collaboration. And the sneaker looks pretty decent. Now, I feel that if you like him because you like Fat Joe, if you like New York rappers, if you like the red and white colorway, I think it looks pretty decent. But take off that TS and it just looks like a regular red white Air Force One. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm going to get them for resale purposes. So for those reasons, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a cop. Up next, we have the Nike Air Max Uptempos 95s in the Magic colorway, set to be releasing on August 7th for $170. I do this because they're not really a Magic colorway. It's not really called that, but look at them. It looks like an Orlando Magic colorway, something that maybe Nick Anderson was rocking in the 95 Orlando Magic era with Penny Hardaway, Shaquille O'Neal, and maybe even rocking them while eliminating Jordan in the playoffs. Like, crazy moment, right? Either way, they look very clean, very crispy, pretty much essentially a Air Max Uptempo 95 Bulls colorway, but everything in blue instead of the red. And I feel that they're going to sit, they're not going to sell out. So if you like them, I would go ahead and hold off. wait till they go on sale and then buy them. That way you're not spending a lot of bread, etc. I think I seen the Bulls version for like $130, maybe even a little bit lower. But yeah, man, just save your bread, man. Some sneakers are worth it, some are not, and I don't feel that these are worth the $170. And for those reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a pass. The next sneaker release is the Nike Air Max 95s in the Blue Spark colorway, set to be releasing on August 8th for $190. Very crispy, clean type of colorway, pretty much the OG neon, but take out that OG neon colorway and add the blue, and that's what we have. I think it looks pretty decent. I think it looks pretty clean, but I don't feel like I do want them. If I am gonna have any Air Max 95s, I'm gonna have an OG neon colorway. And I still don't have that release, which is kind of weird because I thought I was gonna get them this year, but Nike played around with that release date for sure. But either way, I feel that these look pretty decent. If you like blue and you like Air Max 95s, you're probably gonna go for them. If you wanna have every damn Air Max 95s, because I know that there's people out there that want every colorway now possible, you're gonna go for them. But me, for example, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a pass. Up next, we have something a little bit different and pretty fire as well, in my opinion, of course, and that is the Pharrell and Adidas Adistar Jellyfish colorway, set to be releasing on August 15th for $300.
Jesus Christ.
Pricing might turn off a couple of people out there, but those who have been collecting for quite some time, especially in the last 10 years, we were paying $300 for Yeezy 700 Wave Runners, so I don't see why that would be kind of a surprise. So maybe $275 would have been better, but either way, I need these. Like, I need these in my life. These are very different. It is white, orange, black, but it's not about the colorway itself. It's also how it's almost like it's like 3D all up in your face, especially in that side portion. The sneaker itself is very chunky, very wide. It has those dad vibes for sure. There is also another colorway that surfaced not too long ago that Pusha T was rocking, and those look very fuego as well. But yeah, man, do you like these? Do you don't? Let me know in the comment section how you feel about them, because I'm pretty curious to know how like sneakerheads feel about these and the price, etc. But for me, I really do want them, so it's gonna be a cop. That's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the top sneaker releases for the month of August, and good luck. Like, you're really gonna need it this month. It's gonna be a tough one for sure, tough for our pockets. So I just wanted to say again, good luck. If you made it all the way through, you are the real MVP, man. So go ahead and comment Doom, and that will let me know that you made it all the way through, that you rock with your boy pretty heavy as well, and all of that good stuff. And if you made it all the way through, you know, just go ahead and hit subscribe, smash the like button. It really does go a long way. It helps the algorithm and all of that good stuff. Also, go ahead and check out my social media pages right there. With all of that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.